Hello, good evening, ma'am. I'm Ankita Singodia from Jaipur. I'm pursuing MBBS from SMS Medical College, Jaipur, or I should say I was pursuing it. But when I was in third year, I met with a road traffic accident and I lose my vision. But now I want to pursue it, continue it, but my college is not permitting me properly.
Thank you, Ankita. This thing. So I just want to understand some things. One is I'm just going to ask one or two questions briefly, and after this we can connect, and then we can kind of look at things more. Not that I have all the answers. I think we also have Dr. Satendra here, who is also a disability rights activist. He also heads an organization called Doctors with Disabilities, Agents of Change. So I'm also going to ask his help on the legal angle. एक चीज बताइए मुझे अंकिता जी, आपकी जो आपको कितना टाइम हो गया अभी एमबीबीएस कॉलेज से छोड़ के?
सर 17 में एक्सीडेंट हुआ था और मतलब 14 में 2014 में मेरा एडमिशन था और 2017 में एक्सीडेंट हुआ था, उसके बाद में
ओके,
छोड़ा हुआ है।
ओके, ओके। एंड आपके पास अभी डिसेबिलिटी सर्टिफिकेट है?
यस सर।
ओ ग्रेट। एंड दे हैव आपके कॉलेज ने मेडिकल बोर्ड वगैरह कॉन्स्टिट्यूट करके एग्जामिन किया था?
जी सर।
ओके, ग्रेट। सो मैं ऐसा करूंगा अंकिता जी, आपको मैं अपना नंबर भेजता हूँ, एंड आई विल रिक्वेस्ट जॉर्ज सर दिस थिंग असिस्टेंट्स आल्सो एंड डॉक्टर सत्येंद्र आल्सो, दिस
ओके।
डेफिनेटली कैन बी टेकन अप एंड सीन। मैं ऐसा नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि वो कॉलेज वो आपको वापस लेगी नहीं लेगी, मेरे को ये नहीं पता, बट डेफिनेटली दिस इज समथिंग दैट कैन बी एडवोकेटेड फॉर। देखिए जो आपके साथ हुआ है वो मेरे साथ एक तरीके से हुआ है। एट एंट्री जो है क्राइटेरिया ऐसा है कि नहीं अलाउ करेंगे, तो उनके दिमाग में ये रहता है कि अब नहीं अलाउ किया तो हुआ कैसे। तो जब ऐसे बीच में हो जाता है तो उसको अगर एमबीबीएस छोड़ना पड़ता है तो ये दिस इज लाइक अ
हाँ।
बहुत गलत बात है, इट्स लाइक अ ट्रेवेस्टी, राइट? तो
यस
अब
सर।
जैसे मैंने जब ज्वाइन किया तो मेरी विजन ठीक थी। अगर आप देखें, मतलब जो चेक्स वगैरह क्रॉस करनी थी, छोटा मोटा अगर कोई चेक होता वो क्रॉस हो जाता मेरा, ठीक है। पर
हम्म।
अब जैसे आर्म फोर्सेस मेडिकल कॉलेज में जैसे मैंने जाना था, वहां तो बिल्कुल स्ट्रिंजेंट चेक होनी थी, तो मुझे पता था कि वहां नहीं होगा। सो आई मीन इफ यू गो थ्रू इट एंड आप बाद में प्रॉब्लम्स आ जाती हैं, देन इट बिकम्स अ certain difficulty. I agree with you. This is like almost it looks like a progressive this thing which is being done. So let's see what we can do in terms of this. Thank you so much, Ankita ji, for your question, and thank you for speaking up and telling about this issue.
थैंक यू सर।
Dr. Satendra, sir, would you like to join and would you like to give your comments? How can we go forward, Dr. George?
Y- Yeah, hello, Dr. Sharad, and thank you for such an inspiring speech, inspiring talk, and motivating all of us. In fact, जो question मैं पूछना चाह रहा था आपसे, it is partially, I mean, already part of what Ankita asked you.
जी
Uh,
सर।
तो इस दिस की इन पर्टिकुलर जो अंकिता की जो जो उसने बात उठाई थी, उसमें ये था कि दिस इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ समवन एक्वायरिंग एन इम्पेयरमेंट और वी कैन से
जी सर।
एक्वायर्ड डिसेबिलिटी। तो
जी
ऐसे
सर।
बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स हैं जिसमें जो लोग ऑलरेडी एमबीबीएस कर रहे हैं, unko they met with some accident or some lose vision or so lose some part of their limbs and all that, but later on they were allowed to successfully complete their mbbs as well as md, because in our this group of doctors with disabilities we have an surgeon who met with an accident, जिनको spinal cord injury हुई। उसके बाद उन्होंने बाहर से एक जो स्टैंडिंग व्हील चेयर होती है उनको उसको मंगाया, and he's using that standing wheelchair at CMC Vellore, and now he is doing surgeries. Now you see the guidelines of Medical Council of India, वो पहले ही एंट्री लेवल पर बोल देते हैं कि more than 80% you cannot become doctor. Though we have challenged that and now they have allowed it that they will check the functional competency. Ankita के केस में she is having now the decreased vision now, but thankfully because of the Supreme Court decision in 2018, विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड को कभी भी एमबीबीएस में रिजर्वेशन बेनिफिट नहीं मिलता था। विच चेंज्ड इन 2018 जब आशुतोष सोनी वाला जो केस सुप्रीम कोर्ट में गया था, एंड दे अलाउड हिम। सो नाउ विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड पीपल including low vision, they can get the benefit of reservation quota even in MBBS. That is also true for now learning disability like dyslexia. तो जो मेरा क्वेश्चन जो आपसे भी था वो ये था कि नाउ वी हैव वन partially better. Ki now hearing impaired can become doctors, low vision people can become doctors. But the problem is that जो हमारा MBBS curriculum है, are we actually providing them the accommodations? You shared your examples. There are so many examples. Some of a few doctors who have recently joined MBBS first year, they have low vision and they constantly, ask me that how they proceed. So the problem is that we have given them the benefit as per the law, but it is also the responsibility हमारी कि we should provide them the reasonable accommodations. क्योंकि जो कुछ स्टूडेंट्स जो मेरे पास थे, एक वन ऑफ मोहम्मद आरिफ, he had low vision and he never disclosed it during his MBBS days because he was under so much of the pressure कि अगर उसने किसी को बता दिया कि उसको low vision है तो people will question his competency. So thankfully now MCAI, now forcefully because of the codes, they have allowed low vision also to become doctors. I think now we should move ahead and we should prepare the accommodations that, for dyslexia, you need to provide compensatory time to them. Similarly for low vision also, perhaps we need to have magnifying glasses and, accommodations in giving them the first seat because they won't be able to see the blackboard from the last benches. So I think that's the thing on which I wish to have your inputs on that.
सर आई कंप्लीटली एग्री विद यू. अभी जैसे आप फर्स्ट ईयर की बात बता रहे थे, आई कैन जस्ट इमेजिन माय ओन डेज. आई वुड फाइंड इट वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि एक एक्सरे में जब कॉन्ट्रास्ट नहीं है या फिर वो जो व्यूइंग बॉक्स है उसकी लाइट अगर उसकी मतलब इंटेंसिटी कम है ना, मेरे को नहीं पता लग रहा था. कोई मतलब अगर पीली बत्ती लगा दे पीछे, मतलब पुराने व्यूइंग बॉक्सेस में येलो लाइट्स होती थी एंड अगर व्हाइट वाली नहीं आती थी तो आई कुड नॉट मेक आउट कि क्या है, किस चीज़ पे पॉइंट कर रहे हैं. सिंपल थिंग्स लाइक एयर अंडर डायफ्राम एंड ऑल दैट in surgical vivas and all, I could not make out. So it always was something. अब ये जो reasonable accommodations की जो आप construct बोल रहे हैं सर, it is something which is so relevant. It is so much in need right now. But जितना मतलब मेरे को अभी तक लगा है, लोगों को समझ नहीं है इस चीज़ की. लोगों को assistive technology, universal design, equal and effective participation within the classroom कैसे करा सकते हैं for persons with disabilities is something I think people are just not aware, and this is for teachers and students alike, sir. I mean, चुन के अगर हम देखें तो एग्जाम्पल्स तो बहुत सारे हैं जिसमें से जैसे कर सकते हैं, छोटी मोटी चीजें हैं सर. इट डजंट कॉस्ट एट ऑल. जैसे कि आपने अभी सजेस्ट किया कि ब्लैक बोर्ड के पास बिठाया जा सकता है. मेरे हिसाब से सर मैं आपको बता सकता हूँ कि उस टाइम पे वो क्या करते थे, एक्सरे में जो OHP मार्कर होता था अलग कलर का, एक डार्क कलर का होता था, उसको ब्लैक पे चला देते थे, मेरे को पता नहीं लगता था. मैंने उनको बोला सर आप ऐसा कीजिए, जो मैं आपको डॉक्टर टेप ला के देता हूँ, हैं आप इसकी छोटी सी ये काट के आप वहां पॉइंट कर दो, मैं बता देता हूँ. मेरे को अगर पता लग जाएगा कि ये PA व्यू है या AP व्यू है तो इसमें मैं बता पा रहा था कि कुछ है. पर चलो सर, इससे भी कम विजन वाले होंगे लोग, तो उनके लिए इट हैज टू बी समथिंग व्हिच हैज टू बी टेलर मेड. So one thing which I have seen is there has to be a separate sort of an advocacy force which kind of consults on reasonable accommodations, assistive tech, universal design, जब जैसे हो सके. And I think this is something that in an NGO space will be really useful. I know Dr. George used to run through the SCORE Foundation. He used to have sensitization for a lot of ophthalmology clinics. वहाँ पे कैसे क्या किया जा सकता है, simple things. Like even in an ophthalmology clinic, people would not be mindful of कि कितना contrast की जरूरत है. अगर वो Snellen's chart एक dimly lit room में लगा के जब पूछते थे तो दिक्कत होती थी. और डिस्टेंस थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे हो गया, अरे चलता है, हाइट अगर तो वो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें जो हैं ये भी मतलब आई नो इट इज कि लोगों को लगता है कि इट इज रियल लाइक स्प्लिटिंग हेयर एंड बहुत बारीकी में बात कर रहे हैं या फिर कुछ वहम रखा हुआ है हमने, पर ऐसी बात नहीं है. मेरे हिसाब से दीज थिंग्स आल्सो मेक अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस. अब एक स्टेथोस्कोप अगर आ गया है which can kind of help a person who is hearing impaired to see as an equalizer जैसे जाता है the sounds of the stethoscope, sounds as a spectroscope. तो अगर उसमें वो recognize कर सकता है, उसको सुनने की क्या जरूरत है, क्या जरूरत है कि कोरोटकॉफ साउंड सुनने के बाद ही वो बीपी निकाल सकता है. अभी तो ऑटोमेटिक मशीन्स आ गई हैं. These are ridiculous technical standards if you ask me. आज के दिन में अगर MCI ऐसे सोचती है तो MCI is not actually thinking of training. MCI ये सोच रही है कि इस डॉक्टर को ट्रेन करके वो आगे काम कैसे करेगा. They should be focusing on how training can be made so that it is equally and effectively available for people. जहाँ पे equality हो एक क्लास में. अगर आप देखें तो जो क्लास में जहाँ पे मेरे को फार्माकोलॉजी के एक्सपेरिमेंट्स अगर जैसे कराया जाता था कि रैबिट्स आई, एनिमल सिमुलेशन कंप्यूटर पे देखना था, मतलब फ्रॉग्स की पिथिंग वगैरह करा ली, मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आ रहा था ये सिमुलेशन में कब उसकी पल्प झपकी है नहीं है, मेरे को पता ही नहीं लग रहा, या फिर मैं उस रैबिट की प्यूपल की साइज के साथ मैं नहीं बता पा रहा कि ये मीडियाटिक है या मायोटिक है. सॉरी फॉर यूजिंग ऑल दीज टेक्निकल टर्म्स, but I just wanted to illustrate that there were difficulties which I had, and I really wish this construct of reasonable accommodations, especially this RPWD Act of 2016, was there at that time, but tha nahi. And it used to be something that I had to negotiate with my HOD or at least some sort of a senior faculty member in each department. For example, pathology mein, pathology specimens are basically organs they keep in this kinds of formalin, and usko glass mein they would give, and I had to make out from the color or the size of things how things were. My substitute to my senior faculty at that time was, ma'am, if you just tell me what you're talking about, I'll give you every detail you want to know. And so that was how it had to be. The same thing happened for my MD. I'm not someone who can read EEGs. Now electroencephalograms are like, आप सोच लीजिए एक बड़ी रील ऑफ पेपर पे पूरा वाइट है, चिट्टा पेपर है, उस पे एक बेसलाइन है और ऊपर नीचे जा रहा है और कहीं ना कहीं मार्किंग्स है कितनी वोल्टेज है. अब इससे मेरे को पता लगाना है कि बंदे कैसा सीजर हो रहा है, कहाँ हो रहा है सीजर, कौन से एरिया ऑफ द ब्रेन में हो रहा है, मेरे को नहीं पता लग रहा. मैंने कहा अगर आप ये रीडिंग्स मेरे को थोड़ा बता दें, then I can give you an idea. Okay, this is what it is. I'm not saying I'd be correct at it, but it's simple. Because EEG पढ़ने के लिए there are neurologists. Why should a technical standard be imposed in terms of passing? Then I should be able to read one. If I can always call someone and tell. And it's not कि doctors are going to be irresponsible if they have a disability. उनको भी अपनी limitations और capabilities के बारे में होश रहता है. They are not going to मतलब जान के deliberately कुछ गलत तो करने नहीं वाले. So this is my answer to you, sir, and I'm willing to look at things how we can do things in these reasonable accommodations. I have already been talking with 2 or 3 of the doctors who have similar impairments as I do, and I'm very happy and delighted to even be a part of this. So whatever effort is there, sir, let me know. I'm there already.
Yeah, let's actually move on to the next question because otherwise, I'm sure, Shruti, are there more questions?
Yeah. Varun, you can unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Yes, ma'am, I am able to hear.
Yes.
Yeah, sir, my question to Sharat sir means basically I am doing PhD from JNU in ancient Indian history. Like my topic lies on espionage and psychological warfare in Ramayana and also with Kautilya Arthashastra. Specifically, I'm looking what is that psychiatric warfare and also psychological warfare. Like sorry, psychiatric expert. Like I want to know any work. Example, I got in many researchers from America about psychiatric warfare and psychological warfare, but I did not got in NIMHANS because I'm from Bangalore also. But I'm staying in Delhi, but at present I'm in NIMHANS. I visited also. I did not got that much materials. I need to know the any. Even I am working on psychological espionage like kinetic study and all. Like I need to know in NIMHANS there are studies are conducted on psychological warfare and psychiatric warfare like that regarding that.
Okay, so what I understand your question is that you want me to tell you about what are the sources of psychological warfare
Yeah,
and
exactly.
psychiatric espionage.
Yeah, psychiatric
Where
warfare.
you
Psychiatric warfare.
and psychiatric warfare.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
I am not an expert in this field.
Yes.
I don't know anything about it. I have not read. The maximum and the closest I've come to reading about things related to warfare in psychiatry is how to conduct hostage negotiations and how to handle a terrorist situation. That's it, sir.
Okay.
So I don't know about what you're asking. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't know of any experts also here. Otherwise, I would have told you I would get back to you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
No problem, sir.
Someone has asked for your contact details, Sharat, in the chat.
Oh, okay. Would that someone want to tell what it is?
If you're okay sharing your email ID, then I can just type it in the chat box.
I can, yeah, I can share. You can share my email ID. That's not a problem.
Okay. Any more questions? I don't see any hands up. Nitin, you have a question? Yeah, you can unmute yourself. Nitin Sharma.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead, Nitin.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
सर मेरा नाम नितिन शर्मा है। सर मैं कुछ टिप्स चाहता हूँ आपसे ड्यूरिंग द सर्विस में सर वर्क प्लेस पर अपने कुलीग के साथ अगर आपका कोऑर्डिनेशन नहीं बन रहा है और आप उनको नजरअंदाज भी नहीं कर सकते, उनसे आप दूर भी नहीं रखते, उनके साथ ही काम करना है, तो उस सिचुएशन में हम क्या कर सकते हैं? अपने आप को पॉजिटिव कैसे रख सकते हैं अपने आप को?
ओके सर, आपके सवाल का जवाब मैं भी देना चाहूंगा और मैं मेरे कोलीग दीक्षा को भी पूछूंगा कैसे वो मैनेज करते हैं। दीक्षा इज समवन हु इज हैंडलिंग मेनी एसोसिएशंस, शी इज समवन हु इज इंटरेक्टिंग विद अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल, आई थिंक इवन मोर देन आई एम। अच्छा सर, देखिए सर, एक डिफिकल्ट कोलीग के साथ आप कैसे रह सकते हैं और आप कैसे मैनेज कर सकते हैं, दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज आई थिंक क्वाइट रेलेवेंट फॉर एवरीबॉडी। एंड मैं इतना कह सकता हूँ कि सर कोई एक यूनिवर्सल सोल्यूशन नहीं है। एक चीज है कि सर हमें समझना ये होगा कि वो भी एक कुलीग है, तो वो भी शायद कभी कभी कुछ चीज़ों से गुजर रहे होंगे, दे वुड हैव सम चैलेंजेस, कुछ चुनौती वो भी फेस कर रहे होंगे, ठीक है। और दूसरी बात ये है सर कि हम, जैसे आपने बताया, बिल्कुल आपकी नज़रअंदाज कर नहीं सकते हैं, बिल्कुल सही बात है सर। आपने बोला कि कुलीग को आप नज़रअंदाज नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट कई बारी चीज़ें जिससे आपको वो ठेस पहुंचती हैं, उन चीज़ों को आप नज़रअंदाज कर सकते हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ कि मतलब आपकी जो वर्किंग रिलेशनशिप है वो कैसी है और आप कैसे उनसे आगे देखते हैं। I think someone need to be muted.
That's Nitin's background.
Okay. Okay. So no problem, sir. It's okay, sir. So in this regard, sir, मेरा तो यही है कि देखिए सर, अब जैसे many colleagues of mine would have are also some of my critics. मतलब मैं कुछ चीजें नहीं कर पाता हूँ जैसे अपने प्रोफेशन पे, तो कई एक बार ऐसा होता है कि उन पे बोझ ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है। जैसे कि मतलब मेरे साथ वालों को मेरे पेशेंट्स का फिजिकल एग्जामिनेशन मैं करने के लिए बोलता हूँ उनको, तो कुछ एक चीज मैं उनसे जब बोलता हूँ तो उनके पास उनका अपना काम होता है, पर फिर भी उनको मेरा काम करना पड़ता है, तो वो एक तरीके से मेरे को लगता है कि एक डिफिकल्टी है। बट मैं समझता हूँ कि ये एक डिफिकल्टी, और उसको प्रीएम्प्टिवली मैं ऐसा करता हूँ कि मैं उनको दूसरी तरीके से हेल्प करने की कोशिश करता हूँ। कि मतलब अब जैसे उनको अगर किसी चीज़ में हेल्प चाहिए, उनको अगर लैंग्वेजेस में किसी के साथ बात करनी है, उनको अगर सेशन किसी का लेना है, उनको अगर एक केस कम मिल जाए, मैं उनकी एक केस ले लूँ ताकि उनको कम लगेगी। सो दोज आर काइंड्स ऑफ थिंग्स दैट हम प्रीएम्प्टिवली कर सकते हैं, ताकि कि लोगों को दूसरी की चैलेंज को हम दूसरे की चैलेंज को समझ के उसके अराउंड वी ट्राई टू बी अ पर्सन हु इज अ पॉजिटिव इन्फ्लुएंस। दूसरा ये हो सकता है कि जब कभी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम आ जाती है, दिक्कत आ जाती है, लड़ाई नहीं होती है पर कोल्ड वॉर चल रहा है, सो इट्स ऑलवेज गुड टू जस्ट टेक द फर्स्ट स्टेप सर। मतलब ये नहीं कि आप अपने आप को कम दिखा रहे हो। हम लोग काफी बार यही सोचते हैं कि अगर मैंने बात कर ली तो भाई बस कुछ टूट जाएगा आज, या फिर कुछ हिल जाएगा आज, तो वो बात नहीं है सर। हम कितना उसको, आई मीन एट द एंड ऑफ द डे फ्रॉम माय पर्सपेक्टिव सर, मेरे को कई बारी लोगों की ज्यादा जरूरत पड़ती है जितनी मेरे से, लाइक व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज कि मेरे को जितनी ज्यादा लोगों की जरूरत पड़ती है उतनी उन लोगों को मेरी नहीं पड़ती होगी। ऐसा कभी कभी मुझे जब लगता है तो मैं ऐसा करता हूँ कि आई ट्राई टू कीप इट गुड विद एवरीबडी। आई एम नॉट अ पीपल प्लीजर, बट मैं सबको खुश रखने की कोशिश करता हूँ, सबको हंसने की कोशिश करता हूँ, राइट। सो these are small things जो I would say sir. And one thing is sir कि life is too short for nursing a grudge. कोई एक ऐसी चीज को ज्यादा देर के लिए नहीं टालिएगा सर, क्योंकि that is the difference between a lifelong friendship and something that was there for a short period of time. Diksha, would you like to answer?
Yes, Doc, you've mostly covered everything, but I would just like to add कि सर अगर आपको परेशानी हो रही है उस कलीग से और आप उसे नज़रअंदाज भी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो आप जाके उनसे बात करने की कोशिश करें। आप उन्हें समझाने की कोशिश करें अच्छे ढंग से कि मुझे ये प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, आप क्या कर सकते हैं। अगर एक कॉन्वर्जेशन आपका होगा, ऑनेस्ट कॉन्वर्जेशन, तो शायद चीज़ें बदल सकती हैं। और दूसरा, अगर वो भी काम नहीं कर रहा है, तो आप पॉजिटिव बाउंड्रीज बना लें कि अच्छा ये इतना मेरे से होता है, मैं इतना कर सकता हूँ आपके लिए, और अगर मैं कुछ और कर पाऊंगा तो मैं ज़रूर करूंगा, बट अभी मेरे से इतना हो रहा है काम। आप ऐसा अगर आप एक पॉजिटिव बाउंड्री बना लेंगे तो आपको हेल्प करेगा वो।
नितिन सर, क्या ये आपको ये ठीक लग रहा है? Is there anything else you want to ask in this?
Yeah. Okay, sir. I will try these tips.
Shilpa, you have a question?
Thank you.
You can unmute yourself.
Thank you, Shruti ma'am. Dr. Sharad, it was a very inspiring talk, and especially, I myself suffer from RP, and it has been a progressive disease for me, right? So there were several things that I could identify with, the struggles, challenges, and how one has to prove oneself, and of course, using lots and lots of light to enable oneself to read. I just want to say add one thing, because हम यहाँ पर medical colleges में किस प्रकार के challenges हैं, especially for persons with visual impairment की हम बात कर रहे थे. I'm teaching at an undergrad level, that too in the University of Delhi, right? And my experience over the last 12 years, ever since I've been teaching, hasn't been really good as a teacher also. Forget about being a student there, right? We talk about accommodation, several provisions that are done by the government, but जो mindset है ना, that is something which is very people, that I think what you really said was something that my team, for instance, at my workplace, we have been talking about that people don't understand what disability is, and the fact that it is not a problem, rather there are certain obstacles, there are certain things that can be easily overcome. And if a new student walks into a college campus, which goes around 10 acres, right? You need to give some time to that student, and you need to facilitate that kind of an infrastructural support, so that the student can be at an equal footing with the rest of the 2000 students studying in the college campus. But then the administration, they are like, एक बच्चे के लिए हम एक employee या इतना it's not just about the money, but also एक बच्चे के लिए हम एक employee 5 दिन के लिए spare नहीं कर सकते हैं, जो कि एक basic training लेकर आएगा कंप्यूटर JAWS के साथ या NVIDIA के साथ यूज करने के लिए, और वो उस बच्चे को सिखा सके, right? So these are like real time problems, and something that is not just there for the medical aspirants, but even at the undergrad level, जहाँ पर बच्चे पढ़ना चाहते हैं और बहुत सारी दिक्कतें रहती हैं. Just wanted to add to that. Nothing else.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. और जो आप ये बात बता रहे हैं उससे मैं पूरी सहमति है मेरी इसमें. And I am for, ma'am, looking at a way where all of us could kind of come together and
definitely
support the next generation of students who want to study, and then they're facing problems in their colleges. Now, my brother studied from IIM Bangalore, and one thing I came to know over there was that they have a separate office for disability services. So there's one of their senior faculty who's heading that, along with 2 assistants over there. And their mandate is to provide every opportunity for equal and effective participation.
मतलब my brother case, right?
जी मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि I would like to see that happening across each university, each college. And that's something that can be done. It doesn't take much, ma'am. There are enough people, I mean, between all the people here on this group right now, on this call right now, there is a wealth of experience that people can actually learn from, that people after us can actually benefit from. And there is even a problem, ma'am. Abhi to, I have not even talked about assistive devices and how costly they are. I mean, for my own use, I could only get, I mean, I am using an iPhone and I'm learning and still doing things, but I could only get this after I came to a central government position. I was working for a salary of less than 10,000 rupees for 27 months. and it becomes so difficult to support yourself through that. So this whole thing of the government will give you grant and all of those things, वो सब नहीं है मैम. जितना access awareness हो सकता है, उसके बावजूद अभी I see that this is very difficult to get done. So there's lots of hurdles, lots of hiccups, but I see that still as a challenge. And if all of us come together, pull together our resources, pull together our minds, and we do something, it's going to be great.
Definitely, sir. If there is any such forum, I would like to connect.
Dr. Satyendra has just responded to you also, ma'am. In the message, he said that there's an equal opportunity cell at the University of Delhi.
Yes, there is. I am heading the equal opportunity cell in my college. And then I have to fight for that. I can, if time permits, I can just give you an example. There was a girl who wanted to learn computers. So an old laptop was given to her. कॉलेज में कोई सिखाएगा नहीं, बाहर वो अकेली जा नहीं सकती है. शी नीड्स टू गेट हर गार्जियंस. 3 साल बाद कॉलेज करके वो कहीं भी जाए, उससे हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. तो बेसिकली यू आर इंश्योरिंग कि 3 साल वो यहाँ पर घुट घुट कर जिए, कंप्यूटर नहीं सीखे, 3 साल बाद जो मर्जी करे.
जी मैम, that's very sad. That reeks of very bad attitudes, and these are things that we should bring to the
That's
fore.
what
I am not an advocacy expert, ma'am. Yes, yes, someone was. Yes.
Yeah, in addition to all this, you got to have the right persons in these equal opportunity cells. Like here, Dr. Shilpa Gupta is committed to the cause. But if you look at the equal opportunity cell of the university itself, that seems to be more. There is a problem there, And when you look at the IIMs, IIM Bangalore, IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Calcutta, and some of the other IIMs, there are a huge number of visually impaired people who study there, and those institutes have made a conscious effort to actually make the ecosystem kind of accessible. So I think there is need from the institution point of view. I think there is a problem of mindset. There is a problem of ignorance. And I think these are the two major problems. People do not know, and they think the worst.
True,
so
true.
That's a real problem. Yeah.
It's like आप सर किसी को भी लैपटॉप पकड़ा देंगे without the software, क्या फायदा? I feel like telling them blindfold yourself and then work on the computer and then tell me how can you do that?
So this is exactly what I told, ma'am.
This is what I've been telling them.
I was put in the accessibility audit committee, and one of the things was you have these tiles, no, which are there, the tactile tiles, which are there.
Yeah.
Right, ma'am. तो लोगों ने क्या किया यहाँ पे, टैक्टाइल टाइल्स को उठा के इकट्ठा लगा दिया है. पैटर्न नहीं चाहिए उनको. ये पैटर्न के साथ क्या करेंगे? हमारे हॉस्टल के बाहर सारे टाइल्स एक साथ लगे हैं. So this is now, I mean, there is no sense. Of course, it's not painted differently, but you can get to know कि ये ऐसे रखा हुआ है. Then the simple things. It's an actual open road. I requested my warden many times कि सर आप अगर थोड़ा सा पार्किंग का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन करवा देंगे ना सर, मैं 2-3 बाइक गिरा के नहीं चलूंगा. तो कोई सुनने के लिए नहीं था.
कोई नहीं.
उन्होंने अब उसके बाद वहां पे रोड खाली करके नो पार्किंग लिखा. अब लोग आके नो पार्किंग के ऊपर पार्क करते हैं. So in the night it becomes a challenge. मतलब आप समझ लीजिए गवर्नमेंट सेटिंग में एक ना एक बत्ती तो फ्यूज होती है वहाँ. मतलब बत्ती तो बदलनी पड़ती है उनको 2-3 दिनों में या 2-3 हफ्तों में, कुछ ना कुछ तो करते ही रहते हैं. So there is always a risk, an accident which is there. I can just imagine the plight of a parent, like what you're saying, कि एक लड़की को अकेले भेज के you handle the campus on your own, you handle a computer which has no software on your own. This is a very bad thing, which is something that needs to be.
That's what, sir. What are you doing to the self-esteem of an 18-year-old girl? First floor पे कमरा नहीं देंगे, washing machine नहीं use करना, गिर गई तो. So I had to ask my principal, sir, I've been working here for more than 10 years. मैं कितनी बार गिरी हूँ? या आपका कितना स्टाफ मुझे लेकर कहीं जाता है या आता है? So why would she fall off? But there is no point in arguing with people. They have their own definite mindset.
Yes, ma'am.
That's
so
what I
one idea that people all have is this deficit model. कि मतलब अगर विजन कम है तो इसका मतलब कुछ भी नहीं दिखता है. मतलब मैंने अगर जाके बता दिया एयरपोर्ट पे कि मेरे को थोड़ा सा कम दिखता है, तो अगली क्या होता है कि 2 लोग साथ में आ जाते हैं, एक हाथ पकड़ता है, एक बैग पकड़ता है, एक छड़ी पकड़ लेता है. और फिर मैं कह रहा हूँ मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत दिखता है, आप बस लेफ्ट राइट बताओ, मैं चल लूंगा, आपको मेरे को उठा के लेके चलने की जरूरत नहीं है. So, I mean, people's mindsets and their exposure, their sensitization, all of that is also quite less. I don't know where to start from. Truthfully speaking, I'm not an advocacy expert, but I just know that I am someone with some lived experience and I can share some solutions to this.
You know,
But,
also,
And we, are there any more questions, by the way?
yeah, I'll move on to it. I was just saying, Dr. Sharad, it's also because not more of us persons with disabilities are seen in the mainstream. Once
yes,
there is
yes,
more
ma'am.
exposure, we will also learn how to respond to it.
Actually, ma'am, even if there were more people, ma'am, I see that, you know, we will be reduced to people who can inspire others, who can give a seat warming experience to some people, and then they'll just move on with their life.
Okay, I
mean,
have one last comment we'll take before we close.
sure,
I'm just reading it out. While I appreciate that doctors deserve to get the best of medical education, but can a doctor who is visually impaired perform her or his medical duties effectively? For instance, as a psychiatrist, you don't see the patient and you can't body read.
okay. Okay, so good. You've asked me a question which I have been asked multiple times before, and I'm going to give you a very succinct answer. There's not just one way to do anything. There are many, many ways. I can make out things about my patients just by hearing them, just by knowing what they're doing. And it's not that I can't see them at all. Of course, I need to protect myself and all of those things, and I can do that. I can do basic examination. I can do that. But more importantly, I am someone who can teach someone who can do that, and teach someone who can do that well. I'm someone who can supervise someone who is doing that and get those results and make a diagnosis and make the appropriate thing, in terms of a referral or anything of that sort. And in terms of, the danger to patients from doctors with disabilities, actually, this has been studied, and in the UK, there's a report called Welcomed and Valued. It just came out, I think, last year or last year. There was an overwhelming response. The General Medical Council over there opened this up to the entire population and asked them for comments, and it was open for 3 months. Their simple question was, do you think doctors with disabilities should be there to look after you? And the overwhelming response was yes. And that's how the name came, that they are welcomed and they are to be valued. There is so much more that a doctor with disability can actually add to your experience of seeking healthcare. Doctors with disabilities are definitely more sensitive, far more empathetic. They are people who can understand and do things better also. I mean, in terms of having the reason to go through medical consultations themselves, they've also faced the patient side of it. And that's what I can say, and that's my experience to it. And in terms of, it's been about now, let's say, almost close to 10 years. I started out in psychiatry in 2011. I've not had any problems whatsoever. No wrong diagnosis, no drug side effect. In fact, I have corrected other people. And I mean, this is something that people have in their mind. How can you be a doctor without being able to see? But that's not the case. There's so many ways of doing things, and sometimes they're better.
All right, thanks. Do we have time for one more question?
I'm open, ma'am, as long as you guys are.
Okay, one we'll take. We have it from Harshit. Harshit, will you unmute yourself and ask your question, please? हर्षित आप अनम्यूट कर लीजिए अपने आप को, ऑडियो को.
Ma'am, am I audible?
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल, yes.
Ma'am, here discussion was there regarding the cost of accessible devices.
Yeah.
हाँ जी sir.
Yeah.
हाँ जी sir. Assistive technology.
Nowadays, Bookshare India is organizing weekly webinars on every Sundays. So many of the solutions put forward by Dr. Homiar, some low-cost solutions which are easily available to all, yet presented, and that can help many visually impaired people with low income. So, for example, everyone cannot afford a laptop. No laptop will come at a cost less than 25 to 30,000. But the way he demonstrated to use mobile by connecting a physical keyboard to it, what will bring down the cost to 1/3. A mobile can be bought in 10,000 rupees and a keyboard for 400 to 500 rupees, and then by connecting it with the OTG cable, any person can use his mobile as a laptop. So why not promote these things to visually impaired people with low income?
जी सर, I wholeheartedly agree with you. I didn't know about this जो आप ये बता रहे हैं मुझे. I myself use a physical keyboard with the phone, not because of cost, just because of ease. मतलब थोड़ा और सरल है ये यूज करना. मेरे को कंप्यूटर अभी सीखना है. जितना मेरे को आता है उससे मैं पूरी काम नहीं कर पाता हूँ. तो what I would say is कि सर आप जैसे आप बता रहे हैं, प्लीज आई एम मोर देन हैप्पी सर. लेट्स स्प्रेड द वर्ड. बताते हैं सबको, जिसको भी जिसकी जरूरत है इसकी वो ले ले.
In the YouTube channel named India Bookshare, there was a session conducted in June or July. There's an entire 2-hour session on using keyboard, using Android phone with a physical keyboard. If you can share to other visually impaired people, it would be a great help to them.
Sure, Harshit, we will also share this information. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right, George, I have come at the end of all questions and comments.
Right. So I think I'd like to kind of formally thank Sharad and Diksha for having given us this time, and I thought it was very, very insightful, and I don't like to use the word inspiring, but I will have to use the word inspiring because I believe we are not seat warmers. we have been warmed by what you said, and this just goes on to talk about human possibilities. And I think what stood out for me was your willingness to go and negotiate with the ecosystem to help you go through the system. And I think that's a thing that we need to pick up, because waiting for the ecosystem to be accessible, waiting for the government to be fully in control of the situation for us, waiting for the management of various institutions to be, so that's going to take a long time, and our journey through that institution might be today. So I think one of the things we need to take on board is our own attitude towards our ecosystem, and our own ability to go out and communicate and negotiate, so that we find our way forward. I think that's very, very important. And I think we as people with disability, while we advocate and talk about change, I think we need to be able to, on a daily basis, negotiate and communicate our way through the immediate challenges that we face. So I think your life is an example of that. And I think this whole PERMA principle was interesting. And I'd like to thank you both for this time. And and I'd like to thank all the participants. We had about 48, 49 people present here today. And I'd like to thank all of them for giving their time. I'd also like to thank Dr. Satyendra for having invested his time to come and listen and make a contribution. So thank you very much. And we will see you all next week with a fresh episode of Eyeway Encounters.